I remember when I was using the bathroom at the shelter, right? It was in the morning time, and I was in the first stall. I'm using the bathroom. This lady was in there, touring around, like she was doing some shit. Remind you, she went to use the bathroom, or whatever. So I get out the stall. I go wash my hands, and she goes in there, and I heard her sniff, like sniffing my smell, whatever. And she said, "Fatima, you don't smell." I'm like, I want to say, well, who told you that I smell? Now, remind you, this bitch ass pedophile, Ragu, which name he goes by, his first name is Rayford Green, Rayford Desmond Green. He came over to my, I'm coming over right now, my kid, whatever he said. I had just woke up. Now, mind you, I didn't take no shower. I had a little accident on myself, and then he came right away. I can't even get in the shower to wash myself up. So, of course, yeah, probably so. I probably did have a little stench or whatever. It was like in the morning. So, I knew when that lady said that, I knew it was him. See, he went into that place and talked about she didn't want her kids and that. I said, that's not my brother. Because he said it to this other girl I used to hang with. She should date my brother. Talk about, it's a pity somebody don't want their kid. I'm like, well, who told you that? I said, you know my case? What did it entail? So my brother who was incarcerated, he was behind it all. He called CPS. He had his bitch ass wife who was from Oakland, the Bays. Called the home health people actually my sister that said that she wasn't taking care of my mom, whatever. But I'm like, you bitch ass nigga, why don't you do it? You run in the streets and shit. You live in the home. Everybody lives in the home, except for me. Grown ass people. And then nerve to say, people are like, everything that people say at the shelter was sound like to my brother, the one that was or my relative. I'm gonna call him my relative. I said currently incarcerated. And you know what's the funny thing is? When I was subpoenaed, it's past now, but they all knew I was being subpoenaed. Even when I went over here, when I went over here, and then all of a sudden I go through my paperwork, and whoever's got my paperwork and shit like that, about online, they were like, save your stuff for your subpoena. Or you testify. I'm like, what? I didn't respond. I'm like, what? How you know all this? To myself, I'm thinking, people are weirdos. They're so weird. If I talk to people in the county, they're on my phone. Don't say nothing. Don't call me. And they were looking around my apartment complex. Even the people from the VOA, Voices of America, were looking around my apartment, tiptoeing around by my door. Who does that?